Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Hunter Rise Sunbreak's new free title update number 2, or as now we know Capcom is going to be calling it version 12. This is going to be the next patch that we are going to be getting for the game, and it'll be coming and dropping along at the same time as free title update number 2 in late September. And pretty much late last night, Capcom decided to kind of out of nowhere, unexpectedly, go ahead and drop a brand new teaser trailer for, of course, Flaming Espinas? I guess a brown Espinas got a little bit of a touch up in a brand new localized name. So it's interesting that Capcom basically decided to go with flaming since it's not necessarily this monster's MO, but maybe they just completely reworked this monster altogether, so some of the mechanics are going to be a little bit different than what the old Espinas used to be. So I guess there is some clarification, and then I'm going to touch upon the 3 takeaways that I had from this very quick teaser. So basically, when it was originally introduced in Monster Hunter Frontiers 2.5 update, the monster in Japanese was simply called Espinas subspecies. It didn't necessarily have a name. However, it directly translated to brownish Espinas in English. So this is where the brown Espinas come from. It was brownish, brown, same thing. In other languages, it would translate to orange. So a lot of other people would actually address this monster as orange, but ultimately it didn't really matter. Some people even addressed it as copper. It didn't really make any difference whatsoever. It was just referred to as brown Espinas for the most part. So now it seems like it's getting a completely new rework, and now they're going to be addressing it as Flaming Espinas, so with a full official translation and localization. So it is what it is. Now, as far as the takeaways, there's 3 things that I definitely noticed. First and foremost, the fact that it's fighting a Teostra tells me that it's most likely going to be very possible that we're going to get Elders Afflicted in this free title update number 2. This is something that I'm going to be touching upon further in a upcoming video that I've been kind of preparing for free title update number 2, as everything that we know so far, including some of the information that people have found in the game's files already. So this is something that I think most likely now is going to be confirmed, that Elders are going to get Afflicted equivalents in this free title update number 2. Another thing that I also noticed, first and foremost, is that yes, his fireball still does fire debuff, paralyzing debuff, and poison debuff. This is something that we expected, just like normal Espinas, but it's also going to have a charge state approach. So it's going to be a situation when you actually get to see it in the cut that they showcase, where it charges up another fireball. So it's kind of like powering itself up as it does that. And those specific hits most likely are going to be giving you the defense down debuff. This is the added extra benefit that this monster has. This is one of the basic brown Espinas from Frontiers ability that it had, and what it differentiated it from basic Espinas was the fact that it had a defense down debuff added into its basic fireballs. So most likely the charged up ones are going to give you that. It would be interesting if the base fireballs are going to do that as well, kind of like they do already poison, and they para and they give you fire affliction as well. So we'll just have to wait and see if all basic debuffs are going to get attached to you on just a basic fireball or just the charged fireball as well. And all in all, it looks pretty good. You know, it looks a little bit more daunting, a little bit more menacing. Reminds me a little bit of Apex Rathalos a little bit, because it just kind of has the whole fire like in his wings. It's kind of have it all over his chest. It looks more a little bit upset, a little bit more pissed off. It's understandable. They decided to go with that name localization, but you know, it's cool to see. I have no actual problems with it whatsoever. I think some people were suggesting bronze Espinas would have been pretty cool, since we already have gold Rathian, silver Rathalos, and maybe another monster being bronze would have been cool. Although Espinas doesn't have a direct connection with Rathalos and or Rathian, it still would have been cool to see. But regardless, nonetheless, Flaming Espinas is a fine name. I have no real issues whatsoever. It's still going to be a pain in the butt to fight, and now we actually get to see that it's going to be fought in Forlorn Arena as well, where Silver Nargacuga makes his home. I guess when you really think about it, it's a little bit of a bummer that we are not getting a brand new tower arena map, but this is something that they teased originally in the previous roadmap, but it seems like they just decided to go with the specific Forlorn Arena, and we're just gonna end up calling it a day on that one. It's a little bit of a bummer. that we're not getting a brand new arena, although, you know, I guess it's just probably would have been too much work for them to do another arena right away. Or maybe they're just gonna wait until teasing it, probably at the Tokyo Game Show September 15th presentation. Again, 7 a.m. West Coast time, 10 a.m. East Coast time, we're going to be getting some updates there. They did also update the roadmap a little bit. Now it just says pretty much late September, which we kind of already knew. Free title update number 2, Flaming Espinas and several other monsters, rare species, and powered up monsters as well. So not a lot of changes, but you know, it's interesting to see how they're just continually evolving that roadmap, as we are now expecting it most likely, like I mentioned before, on either September, I think I said September 28th or September 29th is when we are going to get that free title update, as we have more event quests, I believe 4 more event quests to get to before that specific date. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.